Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, March the 1st. March is here. When it comes in like a lion, it should go out like a lamb. So fingers crossed that I know we've got a couple more storms on its way, but by the end of March, hopefully sunny skies and tulips and everything spring will be in the air. But until then, it is still only March 1st. So welcome to What's New Wednesday. And I think most of you have already commented on the post that went up earlier today, but a big, heartfelt happy birthday to Darlene. We know her, we love her. Hope she's having, well, she kept saying she was having a good day because she was in her happy place. Um, Yes, we are slave drivers and we made her work on her birthday, but I believe she is out celebrating with her lovely family this evening, and we wish her all the best for the year ahead. I'm not going to talk about the whole year ahead, but I can certainly tell you about um, the week behind and the stuff that has come in and what is new in the store. As always, you can just go right to our website at papercraftersworkshop.ca, find the new arrivals section, and all of those goodies are there. If you have any questions, customer service at craftersworkshop.ca, that is the best place to get a hold of us and ask your questions, put in your requests, all of that good stuff. One of our team will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. All right, so let's jump in. We don't have a whole lot to share tonight, but we do have some good stuff. Last week, I know, was a marathon What's New, so this week is just a little bit calmer. And in the spirit of spring and things to look forward to, we have this new embossing folder. This is once again from Crafter's Companion, part of that delightful Daisy series. And so this is a really fun embossing folder. It is a 3D embossing folder, so it'll give you really good dimension and be able to create these beautiful, beautiful daisies as your backgrounds. As a tip for 3D embossing folders, and you can do this with any embossing folder, the best way to get really nice, crisp images through your embossing folder is take a little spray bottle with some water, lightly mist the back of your paper before you put it into the embossing folder and run it through your die cutting machine. What this does is it helps to soften and stretch the fibers in your paper, so you'll get this really nice dimensional look without cracking, without warping, and all of that good stuff. So just a light mist of water. And when you're trying a new embossing folder, it is always best to try it with some scrap paper first. Make sure you know how it works, especially if you're using a different company than you've used before as well. One thing that we've talked about in the past is things like stamps and Thinlits dies have a pretty common industry standard. Whether you switch from Sizzix to Spellbinders to Lawn Fawn, usually those products are very similar in terms of thickness and will work very similarly through your machine. Embossing folders are not the same way. Every company seems to have a different thickness, a different way of producing their embossing folders. So you definitely have to play with your sandwich, try different papers, try different methods to make sure that you got it down for each embossing folder that you're using. And again, one thing I suggest is run it through with a piece of scrap paper. And once you find the one that works, take that sample and write on it what your sandwich was, write on it what worked for you, and keep it with that embossing folder so you don't have to figure it out every single time you put it through your machine. Because it's just faster and easier. While we're still on spring, to go along with daisies, we have some absolutely beautiful butterflies. Butterflies, dragons, bumblebees, three really common themes that you'll see from a lot of companies coming this spring. I absolutely love this hot foil plate. It was supposed to have been part of the spring release, which I think we launched last week. but it was a little bit delayed. And let me tell you, it was absolutely worth the wait. I have not had a chance to crack this open and play with it, but man, do I have ideas for this beautiful, beautiful hot foil. And then you've got the coordinating die. This outline die will work with this hot foil plate, or you can just cut it out. There's no picture on the back, unfortunately. You can just cut it out with the details yourself. That way, say if you wanted to do a monarch butterfly, you could cut this out of, just cut the outline out of orange and then cut the detail out of black, and you'll get a really beautiful color palette. Or do some ink blending. Lots of fun things you can do with that. So there's a great pair. And you know what? When this back order came in, we thought let's add some more stuff. So we brought in, I call this the twinkly star. It is oh, hey, look at that. It is called Twinkling Stars. A really great, fun hot foil plate that you could use for backgrounds. Let me get this in the light so it just really catches there. For starry nights, for graduation, for special birthdays or anniversaries. I think this one is so, so versatile that you can use it in a lot of different ways. Next up, we have some new stuff from Elizabeth Craft. Now, raise your hand. And by raise your hand, I say give us some likes, give us some hearts if you are a fan of Elizabeth Crafts. I know many of you are, especially those of you who are in Darlene's mini album group. You guys are so in love with everything Elizabeth Craft. And there have been some really great releases come out. There was one that just came out this week. Unfortunately, we were a little bit too slow, so we got the dies and not the stamps. But stay tuned. We will be getting that new release in stock. And if rumor is correct, there will be another new release in a couple of weeks. But maybe a week or so ago, there was a brand new special release that came out. I believe this is from Josette, which is one of Al's designers. Yes, designed by Josette. And it is perfect for summer. It is called the food truck. So this is a quite large, I'm going to call it a truck, die, or van. You could call it anything you want. But it is meant to be designed as a food truck. It's got the little megaphone. It's got the little awning. It's got all the pieces to make this super adorable, adorable truck. And if you follow some of the designers and some of the influencers that design for Al's, man, they have used this for everything under the sun. They have used it as a camper, as a food truck, as a school bus, cupcakes, pizza, popcorn, candy. They've done everything. Believe it or not, they even did a prison truck. Now, I'm not quite sure why you would want a prison truck in your crafting, but hey, just goes to show you that anything goes when you mix and match pieces and change up your paper color and all of that good stuff. So this is a super fun base die set. It is quite large. It is designed that it will fit in your A5 planner if you have the Elizabeth Craft planners. Definitely you could use this on a layout. You could make a shaped card out of this whole piece. And Els has a number of videos available that show you how to make it longer, how to make it shorter, and there's lots of ways you can manipulate that. Now, this die just comes with the truck and some of the main pieces like the picnic table and the little sandwich board sign. But there are accessories galore in the food truck accessory set. Donuts, pretzels, hamburgers, ice cream, hot dogs, smaller pieces, coffee, the little machines, the little condiments. So much fun. And Al's does a great job of combining items onto different dies so that you can just cut once. You don't have to worry about all those fiddly little dies. You just have to cut it the same die a couple times in different colors to get all those fun things. So if you want to learn more about the food truck, then just search Elizabeth Craft food truck, and there are so many amazing samples out there. And of course, you need sentiments to go with that as well. And you know what? Maybe you don't like the food truck. That's okay. It's not for everyone. But this stamp set does have some really fun little sentiments, even if you don't get the food truck. Calories don't count. Magic words for all of us to hear. Life is better with ice cream. Food is my best friend, but first coffee, Sunday fun day, treat yourself. So you could use these in so many different ways just on their own. So that is the new food truck release from Elizabeth Craft. And I have to tell you, I now have a craving for ice cream, maybe after this live. All right, so that is new in dies and stamps. Next up, okay, this one is for our mixed media peeps. Marcy's already played with it. I believe that Darlene has had a chance to play with it. I'm not sure if Chris has had a chance to get some in her hot little hands, but long awaited black Vicky Bouton Foundations paper. This is a gorgeous black. It's got a nice heavyweight paper that is perfect for mixed media, for watercoloring if you have the right kinds of paints. Makes colors pop and metallics shine. Used with white or iridescent mediums, wet or dry to add some depth. I mean, this would look great with hot foiling as well, with Hero Reactive inks, with oxide inks. And I happen to have a sample that Marcy was playing with the mica sprays from Tim Holtz. Look at how beautiful that is, and that darkness just shines through. It just takes your crafting to a whole new level when you've got a really good, and it is, I don't know if it's going to be able to translate on to the camera, but it is thick. It is really thick and fun to work with, and if you like the Vicky Bouton's white foundations paper, you are definitely going to want to get some black foundations paper into your stash. So that's fun for mixed media peeps. And now for our scrapbookers, our card makers, anyone who just wants a little touch of spring. I have four, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 new lines from Photoplay. Mix of things that have come in. First off, we've got showers and flowers. This one, we just have collection kits. The collection kits come with 12 sheets of paper. I believe there's six different sheets, 2 of each sheet, so that way you get 1 for each side. Look at the raincoats. Look at those adorable little bumblebees. I told you bumblebees were a thing, as well as butterflies. Some great little sayings on the stickers. I love the little rain boots. Umbrellas are really huge this spring as well. The wheelbarrows with all the flowers. And that is what the sticker sheet looks like. Bloom, be happy, puddle jumping, and just so bright and cheerful. So if you are feeling like you need a little spring, this would make an ideal mini album for Mother's Day, or just, this could be, if you are planning like a gardening journal, some of these papers would be fun for that. I love the gingham. And I don't know if you can see in that gingham, there are teeny tiny little hearts in the white spaces, which is just a fun little touch. And that cornflower blue is just stunning. So that is Showers and Flowers by Photoplay. We also have, I'm going to do, yeah, let's do these two. So for those of you who have students, especially older students like me, graduating high school, maybe into university, we have a new line in called Campus Life. And there is both what I would call a girl version and a boy version of Campus Life, but I think it's pretty easy to blur the lines and mix and match depending on the student in your life. So this one, and you know what, unfortunately, they don't call it out very well, but I believe this is what I would call, quote unquote, the girl version. So you've got the Instax camera, you've got the plants, you've got the little pom-pom banner, find out who you are, mac and cheese, pizza, pretzels, the computer all decorated up, the little stuffy, a little pink bicycle, lots of great fun borders. But again, you could very easily mix and match these. Here is the boy version. It's got the hockey stick, the darts, the microscope. You know what? I think absolutely. I mean, if you've got a girl who is fantastic into the sciences, then definitely pick up both sticker sheets and mix and match. Now we brought in the single sheets paper for this line. We did not bring in collection packs because we thought you were going to want to mix and match. So this one is fun with all of the different um, varsity jackets and that kind of thing, and a really great pattern on the back. Here's a great one. This one's called Core Classes, so science and geography, history, anatomy, art, mathematics, all of those good things. And some great sayings on the back. So broke. We started looking into residence for Charlie, so I definitely commiserate with that. Sorority sisters, do your laundry, change your major. This one calls to my mother's heart. Call your mom. Call your mom. Find your path. Impress your professor. Play a sport. Change your major. Study student government. Whoops. On the back is some green, really fun little, almost chalkboard drawings, but on that green background. We have dorm room with some great little columns. I don't procrastinate, I wait, because with age I will be older and therefore wiser. That is a good one. I think I'm going to use that. A great plaid. Then, of course, you know, florals and plaids. Post-it notes. If you saw my wall over there that's about to get dismantled for the painter, it is covered in Post-it notes. So this one, you know, I'm not a student, but this one calls to me. And a great little background, books, bookshelf, notebook paper, some more little icons, study hard, study break, plants and books, and a stripe. And then here is another cut apart page. 80% of the final exam will be based on the one lecture you missed and the one book you didn't buy. Isn't that always the way? The kitty cat, the little trolley, and a great little plaid grid lines on the back. Just checking to see if there are any comments here.
I don't know if people are paying attention to that collection there, Sherry. They seem to be mad at me for not having ice cream in the house.
Oh dear. Well, maybe Matt's gonna have to go do a Dairy Queen run. You know, I know it's March and I know there's snow on the ground, but a Dairy Queen run would be really sweet. Really sweet. Okay, next up, we went from school and working hard, and now we're going to play hard with Family Fun Night. So once again, this one we just brought in single sheets, and we brought in the super fun sticker sheet. Put on your game face. Happy birthday. So one for Darlene. Game night invite. Movie game night. The chess pieces. For my son Sam, the Dungeons and Dragons dice. Sorry. Dominoes. All of those fun games. And the paper has puzzle pieces. Look at that. So much fun. Great primary colors. You can really go to town on these. The little pawns or playing pieces. All the board games. So much fun. And you know what? I bet we could take this and we could cut some of these out so that when Tiny Matt comes back to visit, we can play some games with him.
Darlene was all excited. She thought that was going to be great fun fussy cutting.
There you go. Fussy cutting.
Marcy and I disagreed. We thought that was crazy.
Well, you know, fussy cutters will unite. And then there's all kinds of dice here, film strips for movie night. And hey, if I can't have ice cream, then maybe I'll have popcorn. Here's some bigger game pieces that would be easier to fussy cut. Little birthday party if you're doing a birthday layout. Let's have a sleepover. Jigsaw puzzle addict. A great little plaid. And hey, don't step on this one. This one is the little, well, it's called building blocks. But if you have had kids that have Legos strewn all over the floor, then this paper is for you. And it's got the individual pieces on the back. Don't step on them. They hurt. Get lots and lots of curse words when you step on Lego. And then rounding things out, we've gone from spring. We're going to wind up with bunnies and bloom. This one we have a little bit more. So we have the collections, we have the single sheets, and we have the element stickers. And this is a super sweet little Easter line. To me, it was very reminiscent of Beatrix Potter. And so I love the softness and the color and how just pretty and sweet this line was. Again, a lot of Easter tends to be very cartoony and very primary. This one with lots of like bright pastels. This one is very soft and watercolory, and that's what really drew me to this one. Almost has that vintage look with the typing in the background. There's the little bunnies and lots of butterflies, daffodils and crocuses. Definitely has more of a vintage feel. This one is designed by Michelle Coleman, and Michelle always does some really exquisite stuff. Look at that beautiful bunny rabbit. Happy Easter. Things you can use that are maybe not for Easter. Look at these beautiful speckled eggs. This really is a different style for Easter, and I think it can do a lot of amazing things. Look at that beautiful vintage floral. And again, we've got our bumblebees, and those bumblebees just bring in that hit of yellow, that brightness that takes something really soft and really just elevates it. That one's called honeybees. And a soft little plaid, a nice little collage paper, and you can't have bunnies without carrots, and a great little gingham on the back. So that is bunnies and blooms. And that rounds out our new releases from Photoplay. Matt's calling out Adrian's comment that paper gives me Victorian vibes. Definitely. Like I said, to me, it was very reminiscent of Beatrix Potter and Peter Rabbit. And I think that's right in that arena, that time frame. I think you could do some really pretty, more adult, or maybe just not little kid kind of stuff, and can really appeal to someone who just wants something prettier. Okay, I do have a special announcement to share, but actually two special announcements. So those of you who like vintage, those of you who like all that bunnies in bloom, all of that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm going to go back for a second. Julie asks, does the Lego paper come in different colors? Unfortunately, no. It just is the yellow on that one side and the multicolor on the other side. So the only paper that came with that one was that yellow. I will definitely make the request to Photoplay to see if they can come up with some other colors. But for right now, if you want the multicolor, you just have to flip to that reverse side that has the bricks. All right, so as a sneak peek, our friends at 49 to Market are at it again. At it again. So there are 3 new lines that are coming our way. Our order is already processing, and hopefully everything we ordered is on its way. And I think those of you who follow 49 to Market would have seen Katie's announcement. I think it was towards the end of last week. So what is coming in March is one full line, and it is called Everywhere. It is a little bit more travel focused with compasses and maps and collages, some really nice blues and greens, teals and orange accents. All the things, rub-ons, tickets, fabric tape, laser cuts, more laser cuts, acetate pieces, I don't know, all the things. And that is on its way. And then there are 2 more of what they're calling the color swatch line. So previously we had eucalyptus, and I can never remember, I think it's blossom was the pink one. Now they have inkwell, which I definitely can tell you some of this will be staying in my stash. This beautiful, beautiful, vibrant blue is just totally speaking to me. And then as a perfect complement to that is Toast, which is a nice, warm, neutral brown. Not quite craft. It doesn't quite have that rusticness of craft, but it is a very warm, toasty coffee kind of brown. So those are more of those color swatch mini lines. And so there aren't going to be as many elements, but there will be 12 by 12. There will be 6 by 8. There will be that collage paper that everyone fell in love with the previous lines, and lots more. So keep watching your what's new. I'm really hoping. Now, realistically, I will not have it for next week, but definitely for the week after, I can imagine that we will have this ready to go. We will announce it on Facebook as well as in that What's New arrival line, arrival part of our website to let you know when it's finally here. So fingers crossed, pray to the courier gods, make sure everything goes smoothly. All right, so who here tuned into Chris's Learning Live last night? She did an amazing job showing off Simon Hurley's stamping foam. And I have had a few of you ask, stamping foam, didn't that exist before? Was it a blue block? And yes, I believe several years ago there was a blue foam product that does a lot of the same things that the Simon Hurley stamping foam does. But Simon's kind of taken it, blown it out with different sizes, different cutouts, and there are all kinds of videos from him online with things to do. And hey, you want to learn right from our team? Then Chris has a brand new class. It is called Fun with Stamping Foam. It's going to be held on Thursday, March 23rd. We should have the kits in store ready to go tomorrow when Chris is back. And you can go sign up right now. You're going to get a stamping foam, you're going to get 2 embossing folders, and you're going to get all the paper you need. Plus, you will get to spend a couple of hours with Chris, who just loves to play, loves to try different things, and you guys can not only follow her lead, but experiment and play along with what she's got. So make sure you go and sign up for that. And then I am going to end off with a tease. You are going to want to set your alarms for tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Time. We have a new class from Deanna that will be launching tomorrow, and Deanna will be live right here showing you all the things.
I wonder what the line is.
Matt says, I wonder what the line is. Can I peek you? Can I peek you? Let me just do little swishes. I don't want to give too much away because Deanna does such an amazing job at showing you and telling you all the things about these gorgeous, gorgeous cards. There are 5 cards in this class, and they are using 49 and Market. So when you place your order, when you sign up for that class tomorrow, if you think you are going to want to make more, then you are going to want to grab those supplies right away. So it's the 49 and Market Tranquility 6x8 pad. It is the ephemera, and it is the laser cuts. So make sure, and we'll make sure that we detail that in the listing as well. So you could just go click, 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 get lots of extra stuff. It's got some really pretty silver accents on it as well. And I mean, if you love a Deanna class, like I love a Deanna class, her kits are so well organized. They are so easy to craft along with her. She takes you step by step through everything, and they're always a big hit, but they go fast. So make sure you sign up, look for the listing tomorrow, watch the live at 1 o'clock if you can. If you cannot, because, I guess some of us actually, have to work, maybe schedule your lunch for 1 o'clock or come back and watch on replay as soon as you can. Or just go in and sign up for the class starting tomorrow because it's going to be awesome. So with that little tease, with those little touches of sunshine and butterflies and goodness galore, I will sign off for the evening, and we will be back next week. There are still a few spots left in Darlene, Chris, and Marcy's classes that we showed you last week. Not many. I think there might be 3 or 4 in each of those classes. Make sure you get signed up for those. And without further ado, I will send you into March with a big hello and now a big goodbye. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and we will see you next week. Take care.